Shrouded in the mists of history and legend, Britain writhed under the constant threat of Saxon raids. King Arthur Pendragon, a powerful yet troubled ruler, grappled with both external and internal woes. Consumed by desire for grain, the beautiful wife of Duke Gorlas, Arthur embarked on a reckless path. Merlin, the wise and enigmatic magician who served as Arthur's advisor, recognized the potential for chaos. Employing his magic, Merlin disguised Arthur as Gorlas, allowing him to spend a fateful night with Igraine. From this illicit union, Arthur was conceived. However, Merlin, aware of the treacherous whispers that could surround a king's illegitimate heir, devised a plan. On the night of Arthur's birth, a snowstorm raged across the land, mirroring the turmoil within the kingdom. Merlin spirited the babe away, placing him in the care of Sir Ector, a loyal knight, with the sole instruction to raise Arthur as his own son. Years passed. Young Arthur, unaware of his heritage, grew into a strong and curious boy. He excelled in swordsmanship, horsemanship, and the art of courtly manners. Tales of the enigmatic king with the precarious crown and the ever-present Saxon threat filled his childhood. Tragedy struck when Arthur's reign was cut short by a poisoned Saxon blade. Britain once more teetered on the brink of collapse. Warlords arose, carving up the land and vying for the crown. Merlin, ever the strategist, knew the only way to unify the kingdom was to find a leader who could inspire loyalty and command respect. He devised a test. A magnificent sword, forged in the fires of Avalon and imbued with mystical power, was embedded point first in a colossal stone, thrust into the heart of a London churchyard. An inscription around the hilt proclaimed, "Whoso pulleth out this sword of this stone is right-wise king born of England." Many a noble warrior, fueled by ambition, tried and failed to pull the sword free. Arthur, then a young squire accompanying Sir Ector to the tournament held near the stone, found himself drawn to the churchyard during a sudden downpour. Curiosity piqued, he approached the stone. On a whim, he grasped the hilt, and with a surge of strength that surprised even himself, he pulled forth Excalibur, the dazzling blade gleaming even in the dim light. News of this feat spread like wildfire. Doubts swirled, a mere boy claiming the throne? But when Arthur, guided by Merlin, revealed his true lineage and presented Excalibur, the assembled nobles fell silent. The earth itself seemed to hum in recognition. Arthur, hesitant yet resolute, ascended the throne, a young king burdened with the weight of a fractured kingdom. Arthur's reign began with a series of decisive victories against the Saxons. Merlin, ever by his side, served as advisor, counselor, and occasional battlefield strategist. Arthur, influenced by Merlin's wisdom, envisioned a kingdom built not just on military might, but on justice, honor, and fellowship. He established a magnificent court at Camelot, a beacon of hope in a war-torn land. Knights from across the realm, drawn by Arthur's charisma and the promise of a noble quest, flocked to his banner. Gawain, the ever-courteous and courageous son of Arthur's loyal aunt, pledged his service. Lancelot du Lac, a young knight of unparalleled skill and unwavering loyalty, arrived, destined to become Arthur's closest confidant. The Fellowship of the Round Table was born. A great oak table, crafted by Merlin himself, held no head seat, symbolizing equality among the knights. Here they feasted, debated matters of honor, and planned their next endeavors. Arthur, ever the just king, would hold court, dispensing justice with fairness and wisdom. Years of peace and prosperity flourished under Arthur's reign. Yet, a sense of unease lingered. Arthur, yearning for a companion, sought a wife who would embody the grace and virtue of Camelot. His eyes fell upon Guinevere, a beautiful and intelligent princess from a neighboring kingdom. Their marriage was a grand affair, a symbol of unity and hope for the future. But beneath the surface, a darkness stirred. Morgan Le Fay, Arthur's half-sister, consumed by a jealous rage towards Guinevere and a hunger for power, returned to court. A skilled manipulator, Morgan sowed seeds of discord. She poisoned the minds of some knights with whispers of Guinevere's supposed coldness and Arthur's neglect. Meanwhile, on a grand quest for the Holy Grail, a mystical cup said to hold the blood of Christ, Lancelot and Guinevere found themselves drawn together. Their bond deepened, blossoming into a forbidden love that threatened to unravel the very fabric of Camelot. The truth, when it came, shattered the illusion of Camelot's perfection. A sense of betrayal poisoned the fellowship, fracturing the bonds forged at the Round Table. Arthur, his heart heavy with a grief deeper than any battlefield wound, was forced to confront a terrible truth. His most trusted knight and his queen were bound by a love that defied every courtly ideal. Accusations flew, loyalties were questioned, and the once harmonious fellowship descended into chaos. Knights who had fought side by side now glared at each other with suspicion and anger. Tournaments, once joyous displays of skill and camaraderie, became veiled battlegrounds where honor seemed a forgotten concept. Morgan Le Fay, the serpent in paradise, reveled in the discord. She stoked the flames of jealousy and mistrust, manipulating events to further her own ambitions. Arthur, his dreams of a united Britain crumbling around him, found himself facing a rebellion orchestrated by his own nephew, Mordred. Mordred, poisoned by Morgan's venomous whispers and fueled by his own lust for power, believed himself to be the rightful heir. He rallied those who harbored grievances against Arthur, a coalition built on deceit and ambition rather than loyalty or justice. The once vibrant halls of Camelot echoed with the clang of armor and the shouts of men preparing for war. Brother turned against brother, friend against friend. The land, once slowly healing from years of Saxon raids, was now ravaged by civil war. The final confrontation, a battle etched forever in the annals of legend, took place at Camelot. Arthur, his spirit weary but his resolve unwavering, led his remaining loyal knights into a fight for the soul of Britain. The clash was brutal, a maelstrom of steel and screams. Legend tells us that Arthur, in a final act of defiance, met Mordred in single combat. Their blades clashed in a deadly dance, the earth itself trembling under the fury of their blows. In a desperate lunge, Arthur delivered a mortal wound to Mordred, but he himself was struck down. Fatally wounded and fading fast, Arthur was carried away on a barge shrouded in mist, destined for the mystical land of Avalon. Some believe he slumbers there, waiting to return when Britain needs him most. Others claim he died, a mortal king whose legend would forever inspire. But Arthur's story is more than just a chronicle of battles and betrayals. It's a timeless tale that explores the complexities of human nature, the yearning for justice, the allure of power, the devastating consequences of love and betrayal. It's a cautionary reminder that even the noblest ideals can crumble in the face of ambition and deceit. It's a testament to the enduring human desire for a perfect king, a realm of chivalry, and the hope that even in the darkest times, a beacon of honor can still shine. And so, the legend of King Arthur lives on, whispered on the wind across the rolling hills of Britain, a reminder of a time when chivalry held sway, and a king dared to dream of a united land. Thank you for watching. Please comment below what you would like to see next.